Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. The headlines first. President has underscored the need to devise a comprehensive strategy for exploration of minerals in Balochistan. Foreign Minister has urged the nation to stay united to cope with internal and external challenges. Special Assistant to Prime Minister on Information says the PTI-led government is answerable to the people of this country. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism have martyred 4 more Kashmiri youth in Pulwama district. Iran has rejected French call for wider international talks over the nuclear issue. In Bristol, the ICC World Cup match between Pakistan and Sri Lanka has been delayed due to rain. And now the news in detail. President Dr. Arif Alvi has underscored the need to devise a comprehensive strategy for exploration of minerals in Balochistan for creating employment opportunities in the province. He was talking to newsmen after visiting residence of Speaker Balochistan Assembly Abdul Quddus Bizenjo in Hub today to offer condolences on the death of his father. The president expressed his pleasure that conditions are improving in the province. He urged the importance of constructing small dams in Balochistan in order to meet the water needs of people. Later, talking to newsmen, the president said he has a special affinity towards the province of Balochistan. He expressed his pleasure that overall situation is improving in the province. The president urged the importance of constructing small dams in Balochistan in order to meet the water needs of people. Dr. Arif Alvi also underscored to devise a comprehensive strategy for exploration of minerals in the province. He said local people will get employment opportunities with these discoveries. Foreign Minister Makhdoom Shah Mahmood Qureshi has stressed the need for unity to cope with internal and external challenges. Talking to media in Multan, he said the country is facing numerous challenges and the whole nation would have to extend maximum support to deal with the challenges. He said that Pakistan wanted peace in the region and committed to promote friendly relations with all countries on the basis of mutual respect and equality. The minister said the incumbent government would steer the country towards matchless progress. He said the country is moving on the path of uplift and prosperity with a good pace. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said the whole world would witness Pakistan as progressing country very soon. Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting Firdaus Ashik Ewan has said Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government under the leadership of Prime Minister Imran Khan will steer the country out of all crises. Addressing a public meeting in Sialkot, she said the people stand shoulder to shoulder with Prime Minister Imran Khan to bring reforms in the system. He said the Prime Minister is a visionary leader and he will not disappoint the nation. Firdaus Ashik Ewan said the people have given mandate to the PTI government to rid all the institutions of corrupt elements and black sheep. She said there is no sacred cow in the country and nobody is above the law and accountability. The special assistant said the opposition parties are engaged in a baseless propaganda campaign against the government. She said we are only answerable to the people of this country and not to the looters and plunderers. Firdaus Ashik regretted the language used by the PMLN leadership against the state institutions. The anti-terrorism court Bannu today sent PTM leader Mohsin Dawar to Central Jail Peshawar on judicial remand. Earlier, he was presented in anti-terrorism court Bannu in strict security. The court will resume hearing of the case on 19th of this month. Mohsin Dawar and Ali Wazir, along with 9 others, have been booked in an attack on army checkpost in North Waziristan last month. Vehicular traffic between Hunza to Chinese city of Kashgar has been restored. The road was blocked this morning due to landsliding in Shishkat village. Meanwhile, the district administration Hunza has banned boat service in Atabad Lake as precautionary measure and shifted all boats to Ainabad. This is Radio Pakistan. Minister for Kashmir Affairs and Gilgit-Baltistan Ali Amin Khan Gandapur has strongly condemned the unabated Indian brutalities in held Jammu and Kashmir, which were continuing despite Eid al-Fitr. In a statement, he said the Indian occupied forces continued their acts of state terrorism during the holy occasion of Eid al-Fitr. Azad Jammu Kashmir Prime Minister Raja Farooq Haider Khan has strongly condemned the gruesome killing of more Kashmiri youth by Indian forces in Pulwama district of occupied Kashmir. Talking to different public delegations in Muzaffarabad today, he said that India has declared an all-out war against the people of occupied Kashmir. The Prime Minister said that all massacre Kashmiris is a clear proof that bloodthirsty Indian forces deployed in Kashmir have crossed all limits and are pursuing people of occupied Kashmir to the wall. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops, in their fresh act of state terrorism, have martyred 4 Kashmiri youth in Pulwama district. According to Kashmir Media Service, these youth were martyred during cordon and search operation at Punjara area of the district. People took to the streets and staged forceful demonstrations against the killings. Indian police and troops fired pellets and tear gas shells to disperse the demonstrators, triggering clashes between the protesters and forces personnel. Several people were injured in the brutal actions of the Indian forces. Meanwhile, an Indian army personnel was killed in an attack at Sadura area of Islamabad district of the Indian occupied Kashmir. Iran has rejected French calls for wider international talks over its nuclear and military ambitions, saying it would only discuss 2015 atomic pact with the world powers. French President Emmanuel Macron had said a day earlier that Paris and Washington both wanted to stop Tehran getting nuclear arms, and new talks should focus on curbing its ballistic missiles program and on other issues. The United Arab Emirates has told the UN Security Council that a state actor was most likely behind attacks on 4 tankers off its coast. According to a report, the attacks on the 12th of last month were sophisticated and coordinated operation. The attacks took place within UAE territorial waters east of the Emirate of Fujairah, outside the Strait of Hormuz. China has expressed a deep concern over a U.S. plan to sell arms to Taiwan. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Yang Shuang, during a news conference in Beijing, urged the United States to stop arms sales to Taiwan and sever its military ties with the island. He said the U.S. should prudently deal with the issues related to Taiwan to prevent harm to bilateral relations and peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait. According to U.S. media, the United States is preparing to sell weapons worth more than $2 billion to Taiwan. Facebook has suspended app pre-installs on Huawei phones, the latest blow for the Chinese tech giant as it struggles to keep its business afloat in the face of a U.S. ban on its purchase of American parts and software. Social network company told Reuters that customers who already have Huawei phones will still be able to use its apps and receive updates, but new Huawei phones will no longer be able to have Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram apps pre-installed. Mexico has deployed 6,000 members of its National Guard on its border with Guatemala to stem the flow of migrants heading to the U.S. Mexico's Foreign Minister Marcelo Ebrard is in Washington trying to stop the U.S. from placing trade tariffs on Mexican goods over illegal migration. Meanwhile, U.S. President Trump has warned that he would impose a 5% tariff on all Mexican goods starting Monday if Mexico does not take action to substantially curb the number of migrants crossing the U.S. border. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has arrived in Sudan to meet with the Chief of Sudanese Transitional Military Council, Lieutenant General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. Ethiopian diplomatic source said African Union has planned a mediation effort in Sudan with members of both the ruling Transitional Military Council and the opposition. In Bristol, the ICC World Cup match between Pakistan and Sri Lanka has been delayed due to rain. The rain is predicted to continue throughout the day, which could lead to a washout of the match. Both teams will get 1 point each in case of match is abandoned. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours, while very hot in central southern Punjab, eastern Balochistan and Sindh. However, dust thunderstorm rain is expected at isolated places in Malakand, Hazara divisions, Gilgit-Baltistan, and Kashmir. To end the news, here are some of the headlines once again. President has underscored the need to devise a comprehensive strategy for exploration of minerals in Balochistan. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism have martyred 4 more Kashmiri youth in Pulwama district. In Bristol, the ICC World Cup match between Pakistan and Sri Lanka has been delayed due to rain. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio Pakistan News Official.